My name is Daryll Triplett, and I'm a business entrepreneur here in Atlanta, Georgia.
And my name is Lisa Triplett. I'm the brains behind everything.
I doubt it.
You knew it.
Our family is a mess. We have 10 children, and all of them are just about crazy as hell.
We're all original. We all have our own minds. Everybody has their own businesses, their own way of doing things.
What makes them so special is they have a wonderful father like me.
No, what makes them special is I'm here. That's all they need.
With a wonderful father like me. The thing about our children that makes them so unique is they are all they're all homeschooled. I don't want to see these kids when they're not in school, let alone here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And he's talking like he actually is the person doing the homeschooling.
Well, really the idea came from, we got sick and tired of Marquisha talking about her teacher's business, about the dates she went on and stuff like that. And then coming home and telling us.
Or because of the subdivision that we lived in. It was a very prominent area. And those are the children that usually get in a whole lot of stuff.
Like drugs.
And
sex.
No.
They do too. It's a big deal with kids nowadays.
Those are not kids.
You never know. That's the reason why we homeschool.
And I don't have to worry about sex either unless they're gonna get a deer out there. I don't know that.
You don't know what these kids are
Yo,
doing.
yes I do.
Oh no, you don't. When these kids are up in their room and stuff like that, the doors are closed 3 o'clock in the morning, and they are surfing the internet. There ain't no telling what they're doing. I don't sit on their beds or couches.
I don't need.
Oh, how we met. It was one glorious day at court. Lisa here decides to come and see Al Capone at court. And I was the deputy that was working the courtroom. And I asked her, who was she here to see? And she said she's here to see Baby Mafia. So I did what any good person would do. I sent the guy back to the holding cell. And I asked her for a date.
Hater.
It worked. And we've been together for 13 years ever since. You know, it's the best move that you've ever made.
Just because we met at the courthouse, I gave him my sister's phone number because I didn't want to be bothering nobody. And God forbid, Jesus Christ, she's scared of the cops.
That's right. And I used every
And she
bit,
just gave my phone number away.
And I used every bit of my police authority to let her know that if you do not give me your sister's number, you will be going to jail.
And it went 40455.
That's right. And ever since then, we've been together thick as thieves. What did I think of when I found out that my wife had 5 kids? The thought of flight or fight came in. I was like, I hope these kids are not bad. And I was like, if they're bad, I'm out here.
You're right.
But she was pretty hot still.
Hook, line, and sinker. When I met Daryll, I only thought he had 4 at the time.
4?
Yes. Jordan, Serena, Daryll, and Dylan. It didn't come to a couple of years later to where Donovan appeared.
Everybody's got a secret they're ashamed of. I do love Donovan, but he is a special case. I figured I'd spring that one on you for the last one.
He made sure we were committed first.
That's right, because I knew if you found out about Donovan, she was gone. She was outie 5,000. If there's trouble within a 30-mile radius, he's going to find and put his foot in it.
No. Remember, he got in trouble across the street. That wasn't even a 30-mile radius. That was only about 50 feet.
That's because he was over there smoking weed in the tennis court area in plain view of the cops. What do you expect is going to happen? That is my retarded child that, in true story, when he was born, he was dropped on his head. That's the reason why he acts like he acts right now.
But the kids, all of them get along so well. We've not been like the average blended family to where the kids don't get along. So we've been blessed for all of our children to love each other and talk on the phone every day.
Well, hell, that's what I was going to say. They talk on the phone and play games every day together. I don't know how they even can miss each other.
That's crazy. They can do all that, but they can't say hey to us.
Right. They wouldn't even know that we could be dead in our rooms and they wouldn't know until it was time to eat.
Well, no. Remember, I went to Baltimore. I was gone for 8 hours, and they thought I was in my bedroom.
These kids don't care nothing about us. We don't care nothing about them either. When I first met Lisa and we hooked up, as you may want to call it, the children was very standoffish. I mean, very standoffish. They're like, who is this man? And he's not my real daddy, probably, is what they're saying, or something like that. And they didn't know I was such a loving, kind human being who they could just look up to, admire, and respect. That sounded good, at least.
Yes, it did. But the children were standoffish at first. However, it took a year for Daryll to meet my children. I didn't want him to be a fly-by-night person, you know, to get all these different relationships and men coming in my life. So it was a year before I even let the children meet him.
The quietest year of my whole life.
However, when I met the other children from Ohio, they liked me, but the problem was they thought I was their age. And they thought I was their babysitter, so they used to wonder why am I at the house all the time.
And wonder why is the babysitter sleeping with dad. It was a while before they knew exactly.
It was years.
Before they knew that Lisa and I was a couple. They thought she was just a babysitter.
They thought I was the kid.
And they wanted to play with her. They thought just he who. So it wasn't until we actually really sat down and explained to them what was really going on, and then it sort of clicked. You gotta establish boundaries when you have a blended family. You can't let the kids play you against each other. It's tag team. We be tearing these kids up. It's amazing because we've all gotten along pretty good. Well, usually when you have a blended family, you will find that like her 5 kids wouldn't get along with my 5 kids. No, not our case. We're very, very, very lucky. It's like they just clicked together like they've known each other their whole entire life. And that is contributed to good parenting on my behalf.
Well, you had to have both.
You too, I guess.
Yeah, because I put my foot up, you know what, down here they had manners.
Oh, you're a softie.
We're so much hands-on with our children. Daryll and I have 2 separate types of even disciplinary, you know, things that we do with the children. Daryll is loud, and he was a cop, so the kids were all perks when he first met them. So right now,
I want to run background checks on all of them, is what I really want to do. We have 5 other children in Columbus, Ohio. And sometimes I think that they get a little jealous of the children here that get to live in the house with me because they want to be blessed with my presence all the time.
I don't think so. I think it's the amenities.
No, I think it's me. I think that they get upset that they don't get to see my gracefulness and beauty every single day. So they get upset and a little jealous, I might add too.
Well, they do get jealous, as they should be. You know, it's kind of different. You know, when you're entering into a new relationship and the wife has the kids, you know, and they don't understand and they think that the kids here get more attention. But we make sure we make all of the children feel special.
That's right. We run a dictatorship in this household.
Okay.
Not a democracy, dictatorship.
Yeah, ain't no votes.
No. If we want your opinion, we beat it out of them. Shake and bake.
We're a real tag team.